Hello, two heads up here. Welcome to a quick God Wars Dungeon Bank and Progress video. So God Wars came out at 5 a.m. Thursday, so October 16th, U.S. Eastern Time. So that's when I started doing God Wars. And in total, I've racked up around 40 hours of God Wars. So all the loot that I've made or all the money that I've made has been from that around 40 hours of God Wars. So that's what this video is, basically a summary of my 40 hours of God Wars. If you do want to see me stream God Wars, I mostly stream Sarah. I've done all the bosses, but whenever I'm at God Wars, I start streaming. Check out my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/2headsup. It's also on my main page if you just want to click the link there and check it out. So let's get started. So my cash stack is dwindled a lot since God Wars has come out. I had a low cash stack to begin with when God Wars came out, and it's a little bit lower now. I made a big expenditure, which you'll see in a bit. Basically, same old at the bank. Lots. These are all the items I use the most. All the placeholders here. Blah blah blah. Plenty of runes, plenty of herbs, plenty of potions. I haven't since I've been doing Sarah. I haven't used much of any of my stocked up brews and superstores. So those crashed. I lost a lot of money on those, but I'm glad I didn't have to panic buy when God Wars was already out. I was very efficient. So I don't plan on selling them. I just plan on keeping them because I do use these. Plenty of potions of all kind, ranging potions, supersets, everything I'll need. These maple logs, I'm never going to be able to sell those. They keep crashing. All my arrows. Got a few dragon arrows when I used a dark bow. I've got bolts. I need to buy more diamond bolts, so that'll take up some of my cash stack. My PKing stuff and rune stuff and whatever. Lots of seeds, farming stuff as usual. And here's the majority of where I'll spend at my bank. What happened to... I lost a lot of my items. So I'll talk about that for a bit. So the biggest mistake I made before God Wars came out was spreading my wealth among a bunch of hidden items I didn't really use. I just kind of took a chance that, I bought one of each item to see what will happen to it after God Wars comes out. And most of everything crashed. Darox fell. Guthans crashed several mil. And that's where I lost most of my money on brews and superstore. Well, actually just brews, not superstores. Guthans, and I didn't really lose much on Darox, which I sold. I sold well, it was rising yesterday, and I sold it, so I made some money back. I got rid of my cannon, among other things, and so Carol's is very mega expensive. It's going to stay mega expensive from now on because it's used for a lot of places at God Wars. It's used at Bandos. It's required at Armadillo pretty much, unless if you have Armadillo armor. And you even use it at Zamrock. It's in high demand. Verax also shot up, but I'm not selling my Verax because I use it myself, so why would I sell it? I've looted tons of pairs of dragon boots. This is one of the pairs I looted. I think in total I've looted 7 pairs of dragon boots. I never camped spiritual mages. I just always got my kill count with spiritual mages. So I made several mil off of looting dragon boots. Here's one of the items I kept, Mage's Book, Master Wand, both of those. The Mage's Book didn't really crash. I bought it very cheaply. Master Wand halved in price almost. I sold my Archer's Ring. It skyrocketed after God Wars came out, so that's one I made money on. And I don't use it. I always use a Ring of Wealth, so I kind of wish I could use my Archer's Ring, but I don't want to take a chance. I always use my Ring of Wealth. And I've got pretty much everything else. I lost my placeholder Fire Cape. I'll probably stream Jad today and get another one back because I've always liked having a second one. I'm kind of bummed out that I lost my first one, but oh well. It doesn't take long to get another one. And I've got all my God Wars items here, and I've got this very peculiar item, this Third Age piece right here, and that is actually a Third Age range top, and that's what I spent all my money on, and that's the whole reason why I camped God Wars, was to buy Third Age pieces, and I got the first piece I wanted of the Third Age range set, and that is a Third Age range top. So I'm very glad that I did that. I was so excited when I bought it. I don't really want to tell you how much I paid for it, but as my predictions came true, as God Wars came out, Third Age prices fell, and I took huge advantage of that. So all I can say is I got a great deal on it. Third Age prices are very hard to decipher. It was very nerve-wracking negotiating for the Third Age piece, but I got it for the price I wanted. So that was fantastic. And here are all my God Wars items that I use for all the bosses. So I use Armadillo, Helm, and Zami bracers for Armadillo, and a Crystal Bow. That's pretty much my setup for Armadillo and Carols. And I use a Ceradim top, and either the Zami book or Zami kite, which is in my house, for Sarah. And I use Ranger boots for both bosses. They're great boots, and they're really cheap now, so instead of selling them, why don't I just use them? And they do help, by the way. So, but yeah, I'm very thankful I have a great team to do Sarah with, a very trustworthy team. They did give me back my stuff after I died. Obviously, they couldn't pick up my fire cape, so yeah, that's the main reason why I made money. I had the stats for Sarah, and I had a good team for Sarah, so that's how I made my money at God Wars. So I did all the bosses, and Ceradim was definitely the kindest to me and the one I camped the longest. I think I camped Sarah for around, I did 4.5 trips, and so that was, each trip averaged about 4 hours. So that's 16 hours plus 2 hours, so I think that's at least 8 hours of Ceradim. And I'm not one of the people to exaggerate how long we've been at the boss. I'm able to keep track of the time through Skype. And at one point, I finally ended the call at almost 18 hours. So I'm not one of those people who say, "Oh, I was at Bandos for 6 hours or 3 hours and I didn't get shit." Well, I was actually at Ceradim for 3 times as long as that, 6 hours. So, and that's what you got to do to get the loot, and that's how I made my money. In total, just from Ceradim, I made 50 mil just from Ceradim. I did trio trips and quad trips, and I got 2 Armadillo crossbows, 3 Ceradim swords, and 2 shards, or no, 3 shards, 4 shards, and I think 5 dragon boots, 4 or 5 dragon boots, which all added up after splits to be around 50 mil, over 50 mil for me. And I did end up getting one other item from another boss. I got a Bandos boot split at Bandos, which was worth 540k. But other than that, I didn't get anything from Armadillo, and I didn't get anything from Zamrock, and I camped them much longer than I camped Bandos. So out of all the bosses I recommend to prepare for if you're still preparing for God Wars, definitely get a group of your trustworthy friends and see if they want to do Ceradim, and definitely at least give it a try. I'll make a Sarah guide soon. Feel free in the meantime to check out my Twitch channel. Once again, twitch.tv/2headsup. I'll stream God Wars, and I'll stream my Fire Cape placeholder. And yeah, stay tuned for that. So leave a like, please, if this was interesting. And I guess I'll put on a Third Age top. Where is it? Use that bank. put on a 3rd age top to show you guys. Got this armadillo helm too. Give it a try. So these are the stats if you're interested for the 3rd age top. What can I say in comparison to the Dragonhide and the K-Rolls and Armadillo? The 3rd age top has the same melee defense as Dragonhide, so it's much higher melee defense than K-Rolls, and it has slightly less magic defense bonus than K-Rolls. But other than that, it's got the same penalties. In comparison with Armadillo, if I put on this Armadillo helm, you see it gives a negative attack bonus. 3rd age, not a single piece of 3rd age does that. So in comparison with the Armadillo helm, a 3rd age coif has a plus 9 ranged attack bonus, but it doesn't give any melee attack or magic attack. Or it gives magic attack penalty. It doesn't give any melee attack penalties. So that's the difference between 3rd age and Armadillo. 3rd age is you can brid with it, range and melee, in Castle Wars or wherever. And it just looks fantastic. Armadillo looks very girly and is not good bridding armor. But Armadillo is has the best range and magic range stats and best magic defense stats of any range armor in the game. So in that sense, it is better than 3rd age. But I don't plan on. This is the only piece of Armadillo I need. So that's the only one I plan on keeping, really. Yep, that's the 3rd age top. Thanks again for watching, guys. Tune in to my live stream later on, and I'll see you next time.